All right, let's talk about Bonk. You've probably seen it everywhere. It's that dog coin that's basically taken over the Solana ecosystem. But here's the thing. It started as a meme, right? So the big question is, has it actually built itself into something more? Let's dig in and find out.
Yeah, that's really the core question we're trying to answer here. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, but we need to look under the hood. Does its tokenomics, its actual utility, and its community have what it takes to stick around for the long haul, or is this just another crypto flash in the pan?
So, first things first. To really get what Bonk is all about, you've got to understand where it lives. This isn't just some random meme coin launched into the void. Nope, it was strategically placed to be the top dog, the alpha, right in the heart of the super-fast Solana ecosystem. And right from the get-go, Bonk had a mission. When it dropped in late 2022, this wasn't just another token launch. The whole point was to create a coin for the Solana community by the Solana community. The idea was to basically inject a shot of adrenaline back into the ecosystem from the ground up.
And you know that "for the people" tagline? It wasn't just marketing fluff. They actually baked it right into their launch strategy. And this is where the story gets really interesting.
So instead of a normal launch where everyone rushes to buy, Bonk did something totally different. They kicked things off with a huge airdrop. The goal was simple, really. Just give the coin to the people who are already building things and were active on Solana.
And when I say massive, I am not kidding. We're talking a full 50%. Just let that sink in. Half of the entire supply was just given away to the community on day one. This wasn't some cheap marketing trick. It was a statement, a real, intentional shift of ownership to the people.
So, who actually got this airdrop? Well, they were super smart about it. They targeted everyone across the whole Solana landscape. You know, the NFT folks, the DeFi users, the artists and collectors, and even the developers who are building the backbone of the network. It was a genius move, really. It instantly stitched Bonk into the very fabric of the entire ecosystem.
Okay, so a massive airdrop is cool, but this next part, this is where Bonk completely throws the standard meme coin playbook out the window. It has a built-in machine, an engine really, that's designed to do one thing: reduce its own supply over time.
Think about it like this. Most crypto assets either have a set supply or the supply grows over time, right? Well, Bonk is built to do the exact opposite. It's literally engineered to constantly pull coins out of the market and get rid of them for good. So how does this whole burn engine work? It's actually a pretty cool four-step loop. First, you've got hundreds of apps in the Solana ecosystem. They all collect tiny fees in Bonk. Then, step two, they take a chunk of those fees and use it to buy Bonk right off the open market. Step three is the crucial part. That Bonk they just bought gets burned. It's destroyed, gone forever. And that leads to the final result, step four. The total supply of Bonk shrinks. And, basic economics says that should make every single token left just a little bit more scarce.
Okay, that's the theory. But does it actually work in practice? Let's dive into the numbers, because the on-chain data tells a really interesting story about how big this thing has actually gotten.
Okay, check this out. Right now, Bonk is sitting in almost 975,000 different wallets. That is a huge number of individual holders. And it means we're getting super close to a really big pre-planned event.
And that 1 million holder milestone, it's not just a nice round number. It's a tripwire. The second it's hit, it's coded to trigger another massive token burn. We're talking over 1 trillion tokens are sent to be wiped out. See how that ties right back into that deflationary engine we talked about? It's a built-in catalyst, and you can bet the whole community is watching.
Now, what about who holds the coins? Take a look at this. The top 10 wallets, they only hold about 15% of the supply. Now, in crypto, that's a really big deal. Usually you see a few whales holding a huge chunk of a coin. This kind of distribution is pretty rare, and it really backs up their whole community coin claim. It shows this thing isn't being controlled by just a few powerful players.
And this right here, this just cements its position as king of the hill. On any given day, Bonk makes up around 15% of all the meme coin trading happening on Solana. So it's not just one of the players, it's the undisputed leader of the pack on its home turf.
Okay, so we've looked at the cool mechanics and the impressive numbers, but we gotta get the full picture here, right? We need to be real about it. For all its cool features, Bonk is still a meme coin in a crazy volatile market. So let's weigh the good against the bad, the promise versus the peril.
So on one side, the promise is pretty compelling.
You've got real integration with over 400 apps, that deflationary engine that actually works, and a super strong community. But on the other side, the risks are just as real. The price swings are absolutely wild. Its value is still really tied to social media hype. There's a ton of competition from new meme coins popping up every day. And there's always the risk that people start focusing too much on just the burn events.
And all of that brings us right back to our original question. After looking at all of this, is Bonk just another meme that's having its moment? Or is it actually building something that could last?
Well, here's what we know for sure. Bonk is not your typical meme coin. The fact that it's used in so many apps and has that deflationary burn system gives it a layer of real, tangible utility that you just don't see in most other meme coins out there.
But, and this is a big but, having good fundamentals doesn't make you immune to the market. At the end of the day, Bonk's fate is still tied to the crazy, unpredictable whims of market sentiment and social media hype. It's like it has one foot planted in the world of real utility, and the other foot is still deep in the wild world of memes.
So what's the bottom line? Bonk is walking this incredible tightrope. It's really pioneering a new idea, that a meme coin can also have a real, functional, almost machine-like utility behind it. So the big question is, will this become the new blueprint for how community tokens are built, or will it end up being just another really memorable but short chapter in the wild history of crypto? That, right there, is the billion-dollar question, and honestly, only time will tell.